Hello and welcome to Real Civil YouTube channel. I especially welcome all to this uh, video from ETABS course. So previously we have seen all the videos related to the modeling and seismic analysis. So in this video I am going to cover two results from the seismic analysis. The first one is Storey drift and second one is overall deflection of the building. We are going to check with the help of IS 1893 Part 1 2016. Go to page number 28 or page number 26, and here there is a codal provision 7.11.1 Storey drift limitation. So first of all I will read the clause and then I will show you how to apply this clause. Storey drift in any story shall not exceed 0.004 times the story height under the action of design base of shear VB with no load factors mentioned in 6.3, that is with partial safety factor for all loads taken as 1. So this is very important. Here I have simplified the Storey drift definition. So if you want to determine the Storey drift at x level, then you have to consider the displacement of level x minus displacement of level x minus 1, and this is how you will get the Storey drift. Okay, so let's see practically how to check in ETABS software. Before starting, make sure you have applied all the service load combinations. So here I have applied 21 service load combinations. If you want to understand how I created these 21 load combinations or how I imported these load combinations, please click on I button or you can check the description box. You will get the video because it is mentioned in the code itself that you have to check it for serviceability conditions. So I have defined all the load combinations, and you have to analyze the structure. Go to analyze and run analyze. Okay, I have already run the model. So go to display and Storey response plot. Here we will select the type as max Storey drift, and there are multiple seismic cases methods I have used. I will select EQX plus. Now here we will get Storey drift, and here you can see unitless drift unitless because ETABS doesn't give you Storey drift. Actually it gives Storey drift ratio. So I will explain. So before that we will see what is the Storey drift at second floor. This is my second floor. So if you put your cursor at this point, at this here, you will get the value. So the value is 0.001019. So that is the drift, and we have to check as per IS code it is in the limit or not. So as per the formula, if I want to determine the Storey drift at the second floor, then I have to consider the displacement of the second floor minus the displacement of the first floor. Okay, so let's see the displacement. Yes, this is the maximum Storey displacement. So at the second floor, if you put your cursor, the displacement in the left corner you can see 6.103792, and the displacement of the first floor is 3.047063. So I have written these values. So this is the displacement of the second floor and this is the displacement of the first floor. So this is the story drift at the second floor, 3.056162, or if we convert this to meter by dividing by 1000, then 0.00305616 meter is the story drift at the second floor. Okay, but if you see in ETAB max story drift, this value is different because this is not story drift, it is the story drift ratio. So let me explain you what is this. So we know the story drift at the second floor. As per IS code, here we have seen the story drift shall not exceed 0.004 times the story height. Okay, so let's calculate the limit, story drift limit. So 0.004 times story height. So the story height is 3 meter. You can check here also, edit stories and grid system, and here you can check the height. So 3 meter. So story drift limit is 0.001, 0.012, right? And this is meter. So we can compare these two values, story drift at second floor and story drift limit. So we can see 0.003057 is lesser than 0.012. That means it is safe for EQX plus case. But ETAB gives story drift ratio. That means what? ETAB gives story drift divided by story height ratio. That's why it is unitless. So story drift, we calculated this value 0.003056162 divided by story height, and this value ETAB gives us 0.001019. So we can check here. If I put the cursor on second floor, you can see the value 0.001019. That means ETAB calculated the drift correctly, or drift ratio I would say. So that should be less than 0.004, and it is less than 0.004. So it is okay. So this is our codal provision, and this is what ETAB gives. So make sure the value is less than 0.004. Now, but we have multiple load cases and load combinations. So how to see? For that, you have to go to tables. You have to click on analysis result, joint output, displacement, and here there is option of story drift. You can right click show tables. Now here all the storage load cases including the load combinations are there and the story drift is given. So right click here and sort descending, means the maximum value will appear at the top here. So we can see the maximum story drift is at second floor. Output case is dead load plus earthquake Y positive, that is the combination, that is serviceability limit case 4 Y direction, and the maximum value of the drift is 0.001382, and which is less than 0.004. That means our structure is safe as per the drift for all the load combinations. So here you can see there are many load combinations, load cases, floors are there, and this is the maximum value and it is safe. So this is the first thing that I wanted to explain you. And now let's see the second point. Overall story, sorry, not story, overall building displacement limit. Okay, so the formula is h by 250 or 0.004 times overall height of the structure, and this h means overall height of the structure. Both the formulas are same. Either you can say h by 250 or 0.004 times overall height of the structure. So let's see the displacement. Let's see the displacement of the structure. So limit is for our structure maximum overall displacement of the building will be 0.004 times 13.5. 13.5 is the height of the structure. You can check here. Here you can see 13.5 meter is my height of the structure. So 13.5 multiplied by 0.004, that means 0.054 meter, that means 54 mm. Up to 54 mm it is okay, but if my structure deflects beyond 54 mm, then I have to made some changes so that the overall deflection of the structure gets reduced. Okay, so let's see what is the maximum deflection of the structure. So for that, you can click on here, join displacement, right click, show table. Now we can, for x direction, sort descending. So we can see here the maximum displacement in x direction is 9.99 mm, and that is for the load case, dead load plus response spectrum x direction. So response spectrum has given more displacement plus dead load, that is our sixth case. So maximum deflection of the building is 9.99, and let's see what is in y direction. So in y direction, this is for serviceability limit case 4, that is dead load plus earthquake y positive, and it is 13.54 mm, and both the values are less than 54 mm. That means our overall deflection of the building is in the limit. So this is how we check the overall deflection of the building and the story drift of the floor in ETAB with your manual calculation also. So I hope the concept related to the story drift and displacement is clear to you. Thank you. Please like, share, subscribe the channel. Thank you. Thank you so much.